It's Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game, game preview, lineups, the Guess the Score contest, good hockey talk, and more. Get your questions ready with your host, Rick Seligman. Go Habs, go! Hey everybody, I'm Rick, and welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, so Buffalo is back in town to take on Montreal Canadiens, and Montreal going for their fourth win in a row. To thunk it, 4 wins in a row, possibility anyway. For everybody who's worried about their positioning and maybe screwing up their draft pick, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I mean, unless they go on a 20-game winning streak, going to be real tough for them to crawl out of the basement. And I mean, never mind just catching Arizona. They're not going to catch. I think Seattle is the next one. It's going to be really tough because every time they win, it's not just that they win. The other teams have to lose, right? So, you know, it's hard to climb the ladder, especially from so far down. So I wouldn't worry too much. Enjoy the wins. And why not, right? I kind of expect, I mean, Buffalo is just slightly ahead of Montreal in the Atlantic Division and not playing great, although they kind of kicked our ass the last time. Jeff Skinner with, I think, 4 goals. So Montreal, different team, though, today. And I'm interested to see how that looks against Buffalo, who just kicked our ass, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So we'll see what happens in the game tonight. I'm going to be doing my game preview tonight. I'm as normal. I'm going as always, I should say. And we have the guess the score contest. Guess the score of the game, and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can win $10 into your bank account via Interact. So do that in the chat. And let's go say hi to everybody, and then I'll do my preview. Let's get to the top. Daryl Adams, 5'2", Habs, Caulfield. Rick, that's me. Keep up great work. Thank you. Hope we can win 4 in a row. Yeah, I feel good about it too, to be honest with you. Julie, how's it going? 4-2 Habs, Caulfield. Already 2 Caulfields there. Danny Tabernac. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Filibuster. Yes, the Habs will win 4-2. Caulfield, 3 Caulfields in a row. Scoring first because he is the new anointed one. Wait, Julie, 4-2? Yeah, so you got the same ones. Fine. I mean, you're allowed. Unless we were playing like squares. Maybe one day we might do something like that, but it's can have multiple winners. My bank account could take a beating. I think there's better players in the draft from 2 to 5. I don't get what you're saying. How did we get on that? Drake, that's the lead-in. Are you saying then Shane Wright? Oh, well, there's some good players in the draft, yes. As long as they get in the top 5, we're going to get ourselves an extremely good hockey player, I think. As long as they draft right. Harry Rice, how's it going, Harry? Habs Guru. He's got, let's see, 4-3. Habs Skinner. You know what? After that 4-goal game, Skinner's probably going to be quiet. Harry's got 7-1 Habs Caulfield. 4 Caulfields. Oh, my God. Caulfield scores the first goal. I'm in trouble. Well, you got it's only 2 with the same score, so it waters itself down, sort of. Phil says, I am a big fan of trading down when in the 5 to 10 range. Harry, trading down, like why? Still going to get, 5 to 10, you're still going to get pretty good hockey player. From what my understanding is going into this draft, top 10 picks in this draft are pretty good. Should be pretty good. So Matt Outdoor, how's it going, buddy? Let's see where did I go to? Drake, 5-2 Habs, Andy. And speaking of Andy, Andrew, how's it going, Andrew? Go Habs, go, or should that be no Habs, no? Don't worry about a win. Enjoy it. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna F us up too much, if at all. I mean, enjoy the win. Enjoy the good hockey. Enjoy the win. Listen, once trades start to happen, it's going to get watered down a bit again, and they might have a little more trouble winning again. So enjoy them while they happen now. Phil, I did enjoy Hollywood Squares when I was homesick from school. Well, I'm talking about Squares, for betting. So my TV's busted. Started yesterday, goes black, then comes back on. It doesn't affect the camera, but it screws me up because anyway, it just happened. That's why I say that. Matt has 4-0 Habs. Hoffman. H2O, how's it going? H2O, sup, Rickstar? Go Habs, go. Rowan Generu, 3-1 Habs. And I'm saying Pitlick scores the first. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Pitlick. Pitlick, I was looking at Calder race. Pitlick is, let me see, 13th? 13th in the Calder Trophy race. Three spots ahead of Caulfield. So Pitlick, not a bad little player there. I like Rem Pitlick actually a lot. H. Joe's got 5-1 Habs. Petrie. Bye-bye. 5-2 Habs. Suzuki. Hey, listen, there's a lot of good choices for Montreal for the first goal. Now, listen, you can also take from the other team, hey, guys? You can. Just saying, it doesn't all have to be Habs, but actually somebody does have who are we playing in, Buffalo? Someone has got Skinner. Andrew, 4-2 Habs. Weidman. Bye-bye. Did Kelly find out she got the hat? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know yet. If I see her here, I'm gonna tell her. But I don't think so. So as soon as I see her, I don't think she was in the hangout. So yeah, we gave it away on the last game. Yeah, no, I don't think she was in the game. So I guess not. Unless she rewatched it and then she'd know from that. Which is a possibility. I think it got close to 100 views after we ended the stream. So it's a possibility. All right. So in a minute or two, I'm going to go do the, by the way, 24 people, give a thumbs up if you're having a good time. And light them if you got them. I'm going to do the preview, but I got something to announce for the team. Two things, actually, of import. People are going to be very interested. The first one is Carey Price. Montreal Canadiens saying they will provide a medical update on Carey Price on Friday. So I wrote here, it's ominous. Hopefully just to announce he's being shut down till next season. But then I saw Pierre Lebrun put out a tweet saying he thinks Price still wants to come back this season. So I don't really know what this announcement or this medical update could be. Hope it's good news, not bad news. But that'll be Friday, so look for that. I'll be waiting around. I'm pretty sure I'm home all day Friday. So, yeah, as soon as it's out there, if it's something big, I'll do a video. If not, I believe, are we playing Friday? We're not playing Friday. So anyway, I'll see what happens. Next up is a big announcement as far as and it came out late. I just found out a couple hours before this stream here. Yeah, it's important. I have to. So the Montreal Canadiens have hired an assistant GM. And that assistant GM is someone, quite honestly, I never heard of before, but already working here in Montreal. And that is John Sedgwick. And I wrote next to it, when I wrote it out, I went, who? No, never heard of him before, but he has been an employee of the Habs since 2013. So that's something. I'll give you his bio in a sec. He's from Ontario and obviously English name and all that. But I saw someone writing who knows him. He says for a guy from Ontario, he speaks an excellent French. And then he wrote, quite honestly, for a guy from anywhere, he speaks an excellent French. So he speaks really good French. English name, English guy. Hopefully that's balance it out, I guess, for the people. We'll see. It's the AGM. Shouldn't be a problem. But so there's news of that. And here's a little bit about the man. All right. So Kent Hughes announced on Wednesday that John Sedgwick has been promoted to assistant GM. Sedgwick initially joined the Canadiens in April of 2013 as the Director of Legal Affairs before being promoted to Vice President of Hockey Operations and Legal Affairs in July of 2017. His responsibilities include player contract negotiation and salary arbitration, daily management and strategic planning of the salary cap, as well as overseeing all matters related to the NHL-NHLPA collective bargaining agreement. Prior to joining the Canadiens, Sedgwick was a member of the National Hockey League's operations department in Toronto, where he worked from 2006 to 13. Sedgwick was heavily involved in the launch of the Laval Rocket, while also serving as the principal governor for the Rocket with the American Hockey League. He also oversaw the establishment of the Canadiens' new affiliation with the ECHL's Trois-Rivières Lions. Please note that Sedgwick will be available to the media later today, which I didn't know till I actually read this while I was waiting to do. Yeah, so I didn't see any of that. So we got a new AGM. So that's some news. So what are we in time? Okay, I'm going to do the preview. I'm going to do the preview now since there's no new comments up there. But there is one now. Let me go just check to see if there's anything I missed. Andrew, I know it's about his son, but is there like more sad news since I heard about the son, or that's the sad news? Because I don't want to hear any more worse news. Did something bad happen? Right. Okay. Yeah, they're raising money. I know. I retweeted everything on Twitter for the GoFundMe page. Yeah, it is sad news. Baybye sounds like he has his ducks all in a row. Yeah, sounds like this is going to be a general manager. I said this when he was hired, a little after. He was a shark as a negotiator, as an agent. He's going to be a shark as a negotiator, as a GM. And bringing this guy up like this sounds more along those lines, right? Right. The guy's he's a contract negotiator, manages the cap. He's part of that group. I mean, this sounds like when they go into a negotiation with another team or with a player agent, they're going to be ready. Oh, Andrew, I hadn't really read totally. Speaking of brain tumors, too, I guess that's 2 in a row. If you Toronto Maple Leafs draft pick, I guess last year, Rodion Amirov, also diagnosed with a brain tumor, and is I think in Germany in the hospital having treatment. So, yeah, not very good news. That's got to be a tough one, man. That's the news every parent never wants to hear. And quite frankly, I know it's a baby, but I think it's at any age. If you have kids, you don't want to hear that kind of news at any age your kids are at. So, but it's a little worse when, obviously, I think he's like a year old or something like that. He's very young. H2O, don't worry, I get that in my preview. Okay, so I'm going to get to the preview. I don't know how else to change from that kind of news, so let's do the preview. Hey, join along, H2O, especially after news like that, hearing that stuff, you know what I mean? All right, preview. After I cough. All right, game tonight. Buffalo Sabres in town to take on our I was going to say something. Forget it. It's not coming out. Our Montreal Canadiens. The Sabres are 16, 27, and 8. That's 40 points, 7th in the Atlantic. Canadiens are 11, 33, and 7 for 29 points and 8th in the Atlantic. Here you go. How to watch this game. Start time 7:30 p.m. For a home game, that's an odd time. 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. In Canada, Sportsnet East 1 in English. And in the Habs region, RDS in French. Sabres region, MSG Buffalo. Streaming, ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, and Sportsnet Now, and as well Sports Surge, where I'm going to watch it, or NHL 66 works well too. Betting lines. Spread for Buffalo, minus 1.5. It gives you a plus 215. And Montreal, plus 1.5. Gives you a minus 265. Money line for Buffalo, minus 110. Same for Montreal. Over-under is a 6 goals. Over is a minus 120. Under is plus 100. Season series up to date. So this is the last game of the series, October 14th. Buffalo beat us 5-1. November 26th, 4-1. And February 13th, 5-3. The only difference in that game was in Montreal. So we'll see if we can turn that around here tonight. Tail of the tape, scoring chances for percentage, 47.1% for Montreal as 24th. 47. Same thing for the Sabres as 25th. So goals per game, 2.25 for Montreal, 32nd. And if my TV comes back, 2.67 for Sabres, 23rd, 3.86 for, I should announce what that is for. Goals against per game, 3.86 for Montreal, also last in the league. 3.55 for Buffalo, 28th, not that far behind. Power play percentage, the shrinking power play, 12.7%, 31st, and 19.6% for Buffalo, 16th. It's a decent one. PK percentage, 74.1% for Montreal, 30th. 76.8% for Buffalo, 23rd. And the head-to-head record this season, 0-3-0 Montreal's record and 3-0 Buffalo's record. Face-offs, because I got the rest of all that. I was going to use this one, and anyways, that's why the whole thing is there. 46.3% for Buffalo, 32nd. They're worse than Montreal, and 48% for Montreal. That's 26th in the league. So their face-offs, their numbers have come up. Not greatly, but still, they're not last. Shots on goal. Shots on goal here. So blue is Buffalo, red is Montreal there. This is TSN. I keep saying it's NHL, but this is TSN. They've got it reversed. They've always had it reversed, and they haven't fixed it. So shots allowed per game for Buffalo is 34.7, for Montreal 34.4, and shots on goal per game 4 is 29.4 for Buffalo, 29.4 for Montreal. So really close. I mean, they're almost the exact same numbers right there. So, I mean, right now, if you look on paper, I mean, evenly matched teams. Just Montreal playing better hockey right now. Goalies tonight, I'm assuming it's Monty. Over on the other side, I don't know who it was last time. It was that young kid, and I think that's who it is tonight. So I don't know if it's one of these guys. I'm not going to give their record because I don't think it's one of them. And I think it's Monty on the other side, 4-10-4, 3.71 goals against, 8.98 save percentage. And I heard him in one of the pre or post-game press, if I can get this off the screen, press things they do. And man, this guy talks fast. He speaks fast. And it doesn't matter what language, but he speaks fast. So when he's speaking in French, it's really hard for me to understand, even though he's got a really clear, like easy to understand French, but man, he speaks fast. It's the first time I've heard him speak, so that's why I mention it. Players to watch last 5 games for Buffalo. Alex Tuch, who's I think he's a little over a point a game since he's been with them. 7 points in the last 5. Tage Thompson, 6 goals. Tuch, 6 assists. And Yoki Haru is a +1 on the Montreal side. Cole Caulfield with 7 points to lead the way. 4 goals there. Also 3 assists, but they got Petrie there with 3 assists. And Petrie with a +4. Petrie also, I think he's got 5 points in his last 4 games. So Marty St. Louis is definitely getting the value up on these players that will get traded. The ones that will get traded anyway. He's getting the value back up. Team leaders for Buffalo. Goals. Jeff Skinner. 20 goals. I don't know how many here in Montreal. You got at least 5 or 6 against Montreal. For Montreal, Josh Anderson with 12 points. Tage Thompson, 38 For Buffalo, points, Nick Suzuki, 30. And time on ice, Dahlin got his picture at least. His team likes him. Put his picture there. 23-45. And the still unpictured Ben Sherrod, 23-19. Craig Anderson leads the way with 6 wins for Buffalo, and Jake Allen with 5. And I don't think either one in the game tonight. Habs scorers, we now have 5 over 20 because Josh Anderson with his 3-point night put himself over. So we got Suzuki with 30, Foley with 26, but he's not here. Anderson 21, Lehkonen and Drouin both with 20. From what I understand, Drouin, Edmondson, and somebody else, they're coming along with their injuries. So, I mean, that's good news. We'll see if they make it back. On the other side, top 4 for Buffalo, Thompson with 38 points, Skinner 36, Dahlin 33, and Okposo 28. Current line. Buffalo on the road, so their away record is 8-13-4. Montreal's home record is 7-17-1. Record versus the spread, both teams 30-21 and 0 for Buffalo, 22-29 and 0 for Montreal. Versus over-under, 26-24-1 for Buffalo, 28-22 and 1 for Montreal. Versus each other, the last 3 seasons, 4-1-0 is Buffalo's record, 1-3-1 is Montreal's record. Last 10 games versus spread, 4-6-0 for Buffalo, 5-5-0 for Montreal, and versus over-under, 6-4-0 for Buffalo, 7-3-0 for Montreal. Habs roster tonight. The number 1 line of Caulfield, Suzuki, and Anderson will remain intact. The number 2 line of Hoffman, Dauphin, Gallagher will remain intact. Number 3 line of Evans, Pitlick, and Byron. It was Byron before? Yeah, it will remain intact. And Paling will center Pezzetta and Lehkonen, and that'll remain intact. Isn't it crazy? But this coach keeps his lines together. Wow, what a thought. Kulak and Petrie, line pairing 1. Sherratt Romanov, pairing 2. Clegg and Weidman, pairing 3. Montembeault starting. Hammond backing him up. Armia still injured. Armia is also coming along. It's his face. It's hurting somebody. Allen, lower body. Dvorak, upper body. He's day-to-day. Perreault, lower body. Savard, ankle. Drouin, wrist. Edmondson, back. Price, knee. And Shenneman still out on protocol. And for the Sabres, Thompson in between Skinner and Tuck. Pretty good first line. Middlestat in between Krebs and Cousins. Biro in between Asplund and Yankovic. I don't know where I got Yankovic from. Jankowski. Eakin in between Bjork and Hayden, and Dahlin and Jokiharju first pairing. Samuelson and Fitzgerald second pairing. Breeson and Pizik third pairing. And Anderson. Well, Anderson's getting the start. I was totally wrong. And Tokarski backing him up. Scratched Robert Haig. Okposo, non-COVID illness. Olofsson, non-COVID illness. Jack Quinn out with lower body. Will Butcher, lower body. Vinny Hinostroza, lower body. Gergenson's lower body. Miller, upper body. Subban, Malcolm Subban, upper body. And Caggiula, upper body. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the preview. All right. Where am I? I sent Sportsnet email after the last game, but they never answered, as one of their female announcers said, at least we got 2 goals. So proves they are biased as hell. Oh, really, eh? Wow, I mean, caught on a hot mic. Did we really need that for proof? But yeah, I mean, it's just listen to the announcers on the game. I was complaining like the whole game. Danny, press the likes, chat. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for posting that. Press that like button, smash it, and do whatever you got to. Give me a like if you can. If you're enjoying the show. If you're not, well, you can always press the down one. That's up to you. I don't know if they still put it there anymore. I don't know what's what with that. Last game was Andy. For what? Enter tap. How's it going, buddy? 4 in a row. I think very good possibility we're going to get 4 in a row. The only thing is we're kind of snake bit by Sabres. Is that still something with after the change in coach, changing the mindset and the culture here. Already a big difference in that. I don't know. We're going to find out tonight. Eric, how's it going? Scott, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I had a freaking good time. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time with those guys. They're fun guys, and if you guys have not watched them, go over to JoFo Podcast, check them out, and look for the one that I was on just a couple weeks ago. Bob Cannon, how's it going? Entertap converted you to go for the Habs tonight? I don't remember who is it that you go for now? I can't remember. I'm sorry, but of course, it's a good bet tonight. I think. Lucas, I mean, when you think about it, not that crazy. I mean, it's Buffalo. If it was, I would agree. If it was one of the top teams, but I mean, it's talking Buffalo. Montreal's playing so much better. I kind of see, yeah. And you know, it's one of those hurdles that I think that Marty St. Louis likes to jump when there's an obstacle. And considering how they beat us all 3 games, I think Marty St. Louis wants to win this game. I mean, I think he wants to win every game. But I mean, I think there's a little extra motivation for tonight in that they beat them 3 times already. We're not going to let it be 4. And let's see if a Marty St. Louis team is that type of a team. I think that, yeah, I'm ready. I'll tell you the truth. I know you could say it's early. I'm being I don't know what you call it, but my hot take of today is that Marty St. Louis is going to be the coach that's going to lead us to the next cup. I really like what this guy has done so far in 2 weeks. I like what I hear from the players talking about it. I just think there's everything right with this guy. So, I mean, I know it's his goal to win a Stanley Cup, and I think when Marty St. Louis sets his mind on doing something, yeah, odds are he's going to do it. And I think he's going to be the guy that's going to lead us to number 25. So that's my hot take for right now. I don't know why that came out, but man, I like this guy as a coach. I've always liked Marty St. Louis as a player. Always had to respect that guy. Hated him when we played against him because he usually beat us. But you know, and yeah, I'm really happy for that hire. Okay, where was I before I just started to babble about Marty St. Louis? He's a Leaf fan. Awesome. Danny, we'll turn you over soon enough. Don't worry. You can get away from those soft Leafs, man. Start looking at cheering for a real team, a team that can win a cup, a team that can win a first round of a playoff in a playoff run. So, yeah, come on over to the good side, man. Well, don't shave your head unless you really want to. Listen, I have a shaved head, but don't do it unless you want to. I love it, and I would recommend it, but you got to want to do it. Eric, no, this isn't the same team as even the last one a couple weeks ago. So this is a different team, man. Habs Guru, I challenge you to find out if this to find this out. Did DD ever have it? Did we have any kind of a winning streak other than in the playoffs? Listen, he won the 4 in a row against the Leafs. No, 3 in a row against the Leafs and 4 in a row against Winnipeg. So you got to remember that. But in the regular season, did he ever have a winning streak? I don't know. Longer than 3 games? Let's just go that. Anybody can find that out, maybe? I never thought to look it up. Entertap, yeah. But who was it I saw? I think Dauphin's little interview thing. And he's kept saying that. He's a really great motivator. I think Marty St. Louis is a really great motivator. Yeah. Dauphin surprised me. I'm going to tell you a funny story, and I hope nobody gets mad at me. But I don't want to say this is not a racial thing, it's language anyway, but he's a really French-looking guy, right? If I look at him from living in Quebec, there's no doubt in my mind he's French, right? So when he spoke, I was waiting for an English question. I wanted to hear his accent, just out of curiosity. Surprised me, man. The guy really good in English, and he kept saying great motivator. So and he really likes the coach. So another thing, a lot of them said there was no problems in the room under Dom. I heard a few of them say that. So I don't know what was up with that, or Dom was just a bad coach, I guess. But he had the room apparently, or they're just saying that because he was a nice guy. In the end, he was still a nice guy. Bad coach still could be a nice guy. Anyways, I was dying to hear him speak, and I don't know why I find it impressive, but because today's game, I mean, it's run in English, so even if you're French from the backwoods, you still got to learn to speak English. And I just wanted to hear his accent compared to how I find how he looks. Is that a bad thing to say? It's not, because I find him quite impressive for me, Dauphin. Playing a lot better than I would have thought he could play, and getting better too. So, a guy could stick around. I think in a rebuild, a guy like Dauphin could stick around at least for a couple of years and maybe not more. He's got good. What do I want to? How do I want to say it? I like that his energy, and I like that he doesn't really give up on the play. Right? He doesn't get outworked. I like that about him. I'm gonna put it that way. And right now he's playing second line center, and he's holding his own. A challenge is a challenge once accepted, Danny. You're right. St. Louis has such inner motivation. No wonder it transpires to his players. Well, of course. I mean, that's why he's such a good motivationalist, motivational speaker. He also, and don't get me wrong, when I beam about him, whatever, he also looks like he's a tough guy. Like, I wouldn't want to be screwing around on this coach. He does give you freedom, but he said he's got his non-negotiables. He's not a pushover either as a coach, which is what they need. They need a guy that can do both. Kind of looks like he can. Bob, I kind of agree. That's why I said they kind of seem to have our number. But, a coach with a different way, a different outlook, having the team playing differently could break that trend. Habs Guru, I'm not sure what you don't believe, so I'm sorry. Didi was a tactician, not a motivator. I mean, that could be what, maybe that's what he needs to learn a little bit more. That, but I mean, I heard like at least 3 players say that that the room was the room was fine with Dom there. There was no problems. One of them was Pizzetta, said it today, and Dauphin both said it today. So they don't look like they're blowing smoke up your ass. Spirex, yeah. I mean, the goalie, the way the goalies are playing, like Monty. Come on, Monty. Hammond's had one game. We don't know. Give him a few games before we really totally judge him, right? But Monty has played enough games. I like what I see from Monty. I like this kid. Is Petrie going to be traded? Hey, Anthony. I think so. He doesn't have to be. He's got contract. But, I mean, is he going to be traded imminently? Somewhere between now and the offseason is my guess. Hey, Rob, how's it going? My screen, you see it in my glasses. My screen went out, right? Spears, because when you allow 10 shots and it's already 3-0, all the team just goes down. You're talking about, with Toronto, right? That's what happened. Or us too, right? Yeah, I mean, it all goes hand in hand, right? The main thing was he turned around that the attitude, I guess, in the guys that they're going to go out and lose, right? He turned that around. They believe in themselves now. Like he said, they've got swagger again. Eric, yeah, exactly. I don't listen about Didi's system. I don't know much about it, but I know with St. Louis, right? It gives you freedom, but you got to be accountable. I mean, that's one of his non-negotiables. I imagine, right? You got to be accountable. Born to be a Hab, yeah. I mean, I hope they keep Skinner in check. Entertap, I don't know the guy much, right? So I don't know, but I'm going to trust in these guys that hired him. That's a good hire. Sounds like it to me. But I don't know anything about the guy other than what I read in the preview. I wonder how much DD had in the actual coaching. Maybe Bergevin ran the show. Well, it didn't get any better once Bergevin left. So, yeah, DD was coaching. Entertap, good question. My guess is they acquire one more, maybe two more. And maybe it's one more this year, one for next year. But I figure I kind of think they're going to get two more first rounders in their deals. But it's hard, I'm reading stuff where it says like they kind of wouldn't mind getting a first round pick from a couple of years ago that's developed 2 years already and more long, So I don't know. It's hard to tell what they're going to do, honestly. Bob, yeah, no suspension on the. I heard about it. They apparently I didn't see it. So I'll tell you that straight up. But I read what they don't think that he hit the ref on purpose. It was in whatever he was doing, and he hit the ref with his stick, and that's what they judged it to be. So no supplemental discipline to McKinnon. Samantha, yeah, we're doing a pregame show. Yeah, it starts in 20 minutes. So I'm about another 5 minutes. I'm gonna take off and feed my animals, and then I'll be back. Anthony, yeah, I mean, I hope they don't trade Josh. I don't see why they would. I really don't. I don't, and it would have to be an amazing offer, one that I don't think teams would make. So, right there, I don't think. And quite frankly, the way he's playing with those two guys, Suzuki and Cabo, why would you change that? Even in a rebuild, I mean, you want to have one line that's working. One line, you want to have a number one line. That you got a number one line right there. Andrew said he saw McKinnon swat. Looks like he hit the ice, not the ref. Yeah, I didn't see it though, so I don't know. But the NHL, that's what they said. They didn't think he hit him on purpose. It wasn't an action against the ref. It was just it happened, type by accident type thing. They need first round picks for next year's draft. Why next year's draft? This is a good draft in the first. This is a good draft. There's no need to be, we don't care about this draft. This is a good draft. So you don't want to overlook what you got in your hand. And then next year, well, what happens if next year St. Louis got them playing well and they make the playoffs? What happens if that happens? And then next year, shit. So I'll take what I can get this year, and then hopefully next year will sort itself out then. That's how I look at it, anyways, Quinn. Because the picks you're talking about for next year, you're looking at the guys you want are going to be picked really high. So unless you're getting one of those, I don't know how much it helps to have a bunch of picks next year's first round. So take what you can get now, and then next year we'll get you more. And that's my philosophy. Hey, Ryan, I'm doing good. How about yourself? Is Matt appearing tonight? Yeah, Matt was like I was supposed to be out all day, but the weather here with I couldn't go where I was supposed to go because of all the ice. So I'm here. Matt was supposed to do the game. I wasn't supposed to do the preview at all. But Matt was supposed to do the game to start, and then I'd come in when I. So yeah, Matt will be during the game. Well, sports production, I'll tell you, I didn't see it, so I'm gonna say I can't talk from that. But if he didn't hit the ref like on purpose, if it was an accident or whatever, no, that's what they say, and if that's what happened, then there shouldn't be a suspension. I'm sure if he would have hit the ref, slashed him with a stick, McKinnon or not, he'd have gotten a suspension. Hey, Bob, see you later. Hopefully in the other side. Quinn, I'm not sure. I hear that this is a deeper draft. Next year has more generational type players. This is a possibly deeper draft this year. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But take what you can get this year and move on to next year. Don, it's Danny. Danny, no, it's Monty tonight. Exactly, Quinn. We don't know where we're finishing next season, so it's hard to bet on that. So that's why don't give up what's in your hand now. Yeah, like I said, Bob, don't know. I didn't see it. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, I couldn't. I could barely walk the dog and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna. Can I send that money back? This is funny. I don't know who this is. Thank you though. I want to send that back. Thanks, Austin. No, do I have to say thanks, Austin Matthews, for the donation? Really? Thanks, Austin Matthews, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Oh boy, that's funny. Some Austin Matthews hype, and they did it just to hear me say that. Austin Matthews hype and some don't know hype in the room. Appreciate that. Well, you gave me a good laugh, so that's good. Well, I'll take a look. If I can, I haven't seen it out there, so. Well, there's three of you saying that, so maybe they are giving a break to because he's a star. I don't know. Hey, Moonlight, by the way. Porn stash. Ron Jeremy's nephew. Whoop. There we go. That's funny. That's just too funny. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't think I needed to look it up, but I'll check it out after. I don't really have time now. Born to be a Hab. Yeah, they're talking about some of the guys they might trade for would be exactly that. And that's, I mean, that Heineman guy they got from Calgary was a second rounder, but 2 years into his development. It was one of the reasons why they went after him. Quinn, no, there shouldn't be bias anyway, right? A guy did it or he didn't do it. I mean, whether you like him or don't like him, there shouldn't be bias if you're looking at it and saying, well, he did it, he didn't do it. Hey, Danny, have a good one. Appreciate it, eh? Thanks for being here. And go Habs, go. See you later, Bob. Austin, again, what's going on here? Thank you, Austin. You just want to hear me say it. Thank you, Austin Matthews. I appreciate it. Austin Matthews that'll be the ultimate that I have to send Austin Matthews a prize because Austin Matthews will be in the giveaway for all donations. You get your name in the giveaway, so don't forget, Austin. don't forget, you might win a Habs hat, and then if you do, you have to wear it when you're going out on the ice. So there you go. That's what I ask. All right. On that note, I am taking off myself because I've got to feed my dog and cats, and I'll get ready for the show in 15 minutes. So thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks, Austin Matthews, for the donations. I appreciate it. And thanks, everybody. Stay safe for the 15 minutes. Don't get hurt. And peace out. And I'll see you in 15 minutes. I keep saying that. Jeez. You're going to ask me again in 15 minutes. I'll be back. See you in a bit, guys. Ciao.